All right, so now we're gonna fit this brand new harness. She just got it yesterday to little Goldie here. And Goldie's 32 inches tall, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so she's a little guy. Mine are bigger than Goldie, so it's always fun to come play with Goldie. So we're gonna fit the breast collar first. And I like to put the breast collar on first because of the martingale strap. Then you don't have to buckle your saddle and then unbuckle it to do the martingale strap. So I always start with the breast collar. So we'll just, sometimes you have to just buckle it and then rebuckle it, and the back strap might be a little bit longer than the front strap to make everything hang flat. And so that's what we're gonna mess around with so that we get this just right. So we're not at the point of shoulder and we're not choking her. And then back up one. So you just kind of have to, until you can kind of get it to lay flat. Go back and forth. And you want that to be in the middle. So then we'll finish this side up, and then I'll go around and check the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to raise this one 1. And now they'll be even. But see, now this one's bumping out. So now I'll adjust this one. It's just kind of a... You just gotta go back and forth until you get it just right. And I wanna look. Yeah, and now when the martingale is on, that's gonna kind of pull that breast collar down and make everything lay flat. Now we're gonna fit the saddle. So Goldie has a little bit of a longer girth, and I personally like them to be a little longer because if you have a shorter girth, these sometimes don't reach your shaft loops once you have it hitched to your cart. So the little longer girth just ensures that those are gonna also be long enough. So we'll lay this on her, put the bridging up. And now I'm gonna do up the girth first. And so here's my martingale strap. Run that through the girth and then buckle it all up. And this is kind of nice too because this buckle isn't right behind her elbow. So she's not going to get a sore. A lot of times they get a sore right here, a girth gall. And because the buckle's higher, she's not going to get that. Another thing to note is you do not need to tighten your saddle very much when you're driving. You're not sitting on it. It's not going to rotate because the shafts kind of keep in place. And so it doesn't have to be tight. Keep that in mind when you're harnessing. I see people just ratcheting them up all the time. So this martingale is a good tightness. It's not too tight and not too loose. You definitely don't want it hanging down where they could get a leg in it or get their face caught in it or something. So it's about 3 fingers. That's how tight I like it. And then you're going to hook your neck strap over the water hook. I just read the other day, they call this a water hook because on draft horses, when they used to go out and work in the field, they would hang water bottles from this. So it's called a water hook. It's kind of funny. Okay, so the bridging. So you want your back band to be snug enough that your crupper strap isn't bouncing when you drive. So we'll do this up. And I like to have 1 finger, so this is a little bit too loose, so we'll tighten up the back band.
So 1,000 times better than the one I had.
Yes. So that could be a little tighter still. And sometimes you have to poke an in-between hole because the holes are just a little too far apart. So if you have to do that, that's fine. Make sure your horse is comfortable. We might have to do that. Ugh. Goldie, such a good girl. Okay. That actually feels pretty good. We'll see when we drive her. Again, it's all adjusting, so we might have to make different adjustments after we harness her and think, oh, maybe we don't want the crupper that tight, or maybe the britching needs to move a little bit. Just be flexible. So your britching you want... Actually, we are going to have to make some more holes because we need to roll this up a little further. This needs to be here on her back so that the breeching lays along her flank right here. So we're gonna have to make some adjustments on this back strap. We'll go do that and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's adjusted correctly. So we just had to poke a hole here, and what we did is we pulled the bottom of the back strap forward further and then pulled this down so it's a little long. If the strap is a little long, you can make a little loop. You'll see that often in the show ring. When the strap is long, they don't want it flapping around, so they just make a little loop to take up some space. Sometimes there'll be a couple loops. Then I brought the crooper down to the biggest one, and that made this more where I want it to be on the top of her butt. Now, for your knowledge, I would prefer this ring on both sides be here in her flank and not behind the swirl. So I believe I have one at my house that will fit her from Chimacum. If not, we'll just call Janie and she'll send us a B-size hip strap, breeching, because that's what Chimacum does. They stand behind their product. So that won't even be an issue, and we're gonna go ahead and drive her like this today because it's fine, but it's just my preference, and I think that it just looks better and they're more comfortable when it's forward a little more. So.